So, as announced in the last episode, hello everyone, and welcome back to Friendcraft, which is most likely what I'm going to call this series. Firstly, I wanted to say thanks for watching the first episode if you did. It's actually not up yet, but we'll see. And second thing, I'm going to get out of F5. I'm going to keep talking to you a little bit while I do a little bit of investing. But basically, I'm going to be investing for a little while, and then I'm going to start setting up the official shopping district for our servers. I already have a few shop ideas, so we'll try to set those up. Ow. Trying to set those up as soon as we got time. But while we wait, I also wanted to mention, if anyone is interested in joining this server, if you're a small-time or big-time YouTuber that's looking for a Minecraft server to play with people, I will be putting a Google Forms in the comments to have you be able to submit yourself to join the server. As currently, I'm one of the rare people who are often active on the server, and I want to change that. That's how we do it. Oh, dang it. Shouldn't have broken that now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to mention, and let's get straight into the episode. So, I just found a new end city, and I thought, let me show you the end busting process, since it's such a small one. This is not going to take too long. Oh god. This isn't usually part of the process. What's part of the process is, step 1, you take out shulkers. There he is. Where did the shulker go? Oh, right up there. Shoot me. Ready to catch ourselves. That's why the elytra is useful. What I do first is /trigger set home add 1, because that means I can come back here anytime if I die by using a command. This was implemented so we have less backtracking. And now you head into the location, I guess. Climb up as many stairs as necessary. Fix this. I can't tell if that's just the devs that overlooked something. Then you come into the main attacking room. I'm tempted, but my slow fall just ran out. So if this hits me... Alright, let's go. Levitation. Use that power to get all the way to this. Then you go over here. Go all the way in here. Take this guy out. Nice, a shulker shell. Take the boots. Take the gold. Grab the elytra. I'm grabbing all the minerals and diamond stuff because I'll just combine the diamond stuff with mine. You know what? Bernstein. Grab it. And then we go back to the other spot, take out the rest of these shulkers. Usually work from the top to the bottom, just because that makes my work easier. We already have that, so I'm not taking that. And who cares about the seeds? Taking this. Efficiency and unbreaking. I'll take it. I'm curious, why can you not put mending on a bow? Shooting shulkers is so annoying. Because every time you hit that projectile and that wastes your shot. Are there any... Oh, fuck's sake. There's a shulker. Dang it. Guess we'll use this opportunity. All these shulker shells that remain. And honestly, that's basically all that goes into one of these end busting sessions. Not gonna grab all of them now because most of them seem to be on the outside. But yeah, that's a basic end busting sesh.
So, a lot has happened since last time I talked to you. More specifically, it has been 3 days and I've built a new shop. No, it's not fireworks, although I will be selling fireworks as soon as I can. Now, the shop I've actually set up is based on the fact that I went end busting. Should be somewhere around here. Is it this island? I can never remember which island is the official shopping district on this server. But yeah, I established that to the rest of the server that there is now an official shopping district. Come on, spawn should be somewhere around there. Oh yeah, perfect. Further over there, spawn. Is it not? Am I lost? Well, slash trigger spawn puts me straight at spawn. So I guess I'll show it to you this way. I put a path up. Did I really not cut down this whole tree? I'll let the leaves floating, but I don't care. So this is a bridge to be built. It's not built yet, but it's gonna be soon. And let me show you a little bit of all I did during my end busting sesh. I don't actually have a screenshot of the amount of stuff I brought back just because it was excessive. I had to build shulker shells while shulker boxes while end busting to actually bring back the amount of shulkers I brought. So here we have, I've modified my shulker box a little bit. I've now got a box for headhunting, which is in my shulker box. Still I've got some useful stuff, etc. These boots in case I lose these ones. And yeah. Oh, there's no shulker box up there. Well, I guess I have to deplete my stock a little bit. So, as you can see, we have shulkers getting sold of pretty much every kind. Like every basic color at least. I'm not aware of any other shulkers. Which means this makes the first official shop of the server. Oh god, creepers are a big danger though. Because creepers blow up stuff, as you may have seen. There you go, that's some gunpowder. I'll use that for fireworks later. But so as you can see, first shop of the server. And that's not going to be the only one. I'm planning on building like a giant firework right here which sells elytras. And also combined with the elytras. I'm intending to sell fireworks as well. Nope. Trying to bait the skeleton into shooting the creeper. It's not working. Well, I guess it didn't work. Let me just chill right here because I know the skeleton can get. Really now. Yes, I'm gonna have to fix a lot of stuff. But let's hope I'm not the only quote-unquote friend. I'm not the only friend to set up shops around here. Probably planning to put my fireworks store maybe here. I may put up a barrier. Actually, let's do that. I'll be back with you guys as soon as that's done. So, now that I've got some wood and stuff, I guess I'm going to, as soon as I get rid of these mobs, of course. Okay, that was a very weird audio glitch, because, yeah, once again, the creeper just sizzles for way too long. I'm glad I went end busting, because my tools are now way more strong. Wait, way more strong? Way stronger? I don't know if there's a grammatical difference or not. This is the worst way to break a block, but it works. Good, there's no blocks above that. I guess let's set up the zone. Let's flatten this. Let's not waste the 2 fire rockets I have left. Yes, one of my next goals is going to be sugarcane farm. No, for now I've not built one. I don't exactly remember how big I made the template, because I've actually built all these builds in a different, on my Nintendo 3DS actually, as a matter of fact. I like building my builds in a creative world first, just to have an idea of how long it's going to take, and to know what resources I will need. So for now, we're just setting up space for this shop. Flatten this all. Yes, our shop will be on the top of a hill. Deal with it. And there we go. Reserved L / trigger home set 1. Luckily I've got a home in the wall of my elytra shop, so I can just come fix this. And actually, now that I think about it, I honestly could just start grinding the resources. I need a lot of red and white concrete. That's doable. You were saying. Great. Reserved elytra and firework shop. Can I? Yeah, good. Done. It's reserved and I can still access my area. Let's just hope this is big enough. So I'm going to need a lot of concrete for this shop, and I'm also going to need to make a bamboo and creeper farm if possible, so I can stock up on resources to fill this one. Because it's not like end busting where I can just spend 10 hours end busting and then I've got the stuff. I'm going to have to refill this thing at some point. I don't think this shop will ever need a refill. But there we go. / trigger set home add 1. Which means now I can come here. Yes, perfect, that works. So I can come here now. You know what? This mini, not worth it. I will take cooked llama though. And to be completely fair, I'm intentionally killing the traders just because, firstly, leads are expensive. I don't remember if you can craft leads, let's be honest. Anyway, this thing's fine. I've got some empty shulker boxes in case I need it. Yeah, elytras. How much? Yeah, about 20. 2 rows, so 18. Yeah, I'm honestly happy about this. So I'll get back to you when I'm constructing the fireworks shop, I guess. I just heard a drowned with a trident. I wonder where he is. Kill it. Dolphin's Grace is not helping me for once. Because I cannot aim with this thing. Come on, one more. Oh, that was a beautiful combo. And he didn't drop his trident, of course. To no one's surprise, I guess. Why is there a spider on my bamboo farm? Now, what I wanted to test, actually, and you can do this test live with me, is whether I could use bone meal. Okay, so just spam bone meal on here. And let's get a bunch of red flowers, which makes red dye, which is great. Also, I have to replan a little bit of my build, as it's not at all... Oh, almost a stack, and I just grabbed the random 5 bone blocks I had in the chest. And actually, instead of white concrete, let's use quartz. I feel like I'm going to use a lot of quartz this series. But whatever. And what can we use for the fuse? This could work. So, I'll get to you when I'm done collecting resources, as I still need sand and gravel for the red concrete. I wonder if I didn't exaggerate a little bit. It's a bit much, isn't it? I'm curious about one thing. No, that wouldn't work, actually. Oh, I guess let's head underwater. Do I have a bubble column somewhere? There's one right there, I guess. Let me just turn this all into concrete, and I guess... I actually didn't remember that a stack of... 4 stacks of sand made... 4 stacks of sand and 4 stacks of gravel made 4 stacks of concrete. Which I completely forgot. Oh, God. Yeah, I need to make a better way to do this. At least just make a little pond or something I can sit in. Anyway, I'll get back to you when I'm done. At the latest, it will be tomorrow. So, oh, I forgot I picked this up. I think I've got the resources necessary, so we're gonna head into building this, and I just realized my elytra doesn't have mending on it. How can it? Take that off, take that, boom. There we go, that will fix itself. Sorry, I just noticed that, and that triggered me again. Oh. I'll also deal with the dock heads, because I know y'all are going to be screaming at me again. There we go. And yes, an under chest for every shop is not mandatory, but it's nice. Anyway, let's head into the build. I'll get back to y'all when I'm done.
So, you may remember the store I was working on. Well, it's done. This is not mine. This is a friend of mine that's working on a store. But I'm done. My elytra and fireworks store is done. My elytras are here, and I'm selling fireworks. I have 3 tons of them. I spent a lot of hours killing creepers. Basically, diamonds is what is going on. I'll tell you the story of how I got some ancient debris in just a second while going back to my base. So I actually went to the nether to get more quartz because I know my base is going to be made out of quartz. And so I decided to go on a quartz mining sesh for a while, and I ended up finding a bastion, which means I went and mined
and I got some stuff out of that bastion, killed a lot of piglins, and yeah. Now, while we get back to the base, yeah, perfect, like this. I'm gonna arrive like this, arrive backwards, because last time I've recorded was about 4 days ago, I think. Maybe a bit less. But you may have noticed from a single glimpse that the base isn't what it used to. There we go. This is where I put my nether portal. Quite temporary, but whatever. There it is. This is where we used to live. As you can see, not much left of it. Now, my final base, my starter base at least, is done. It looks like this. A giant rocket ship. I was bored. I was like, what do we do? So I decided to make a giant spaceship, which is my storage system. Just sort this stuff in. This is mob drops, but this is also weapons. I'm realizing my sorting system is flawed. But whatever. Yes, it has a elevator in the middle. I'll elaborate on that in just a second. I will show you where that leads, because it does lead to my final base. Let me just land on here. And while it's going up, let me talk to you a little bit. So this week I didn't have much time to record. So this episode may be a little shorter. I have no clue. I've not edited it yet. This releases tomorrow. The bell while passing. Dang it, I missed. So you may notice it's going out of the spaceship. Yeah, that's a failed Guardian farm we're trying to make. Now, while we ride up, you may see the platform already. That's the start of my flying quartz mega base. Now, we won't be going up like this every time, but for dramatic effect this is cool. And if I end up dying at the bottom and don't have any more fireworks, then I will be using this system to get back. Also, don't mind the skin I'm wearing. That is because I'm preparing to make a Easter egg hunt on the server for the people on the server. And so I needed heads that looked like this. Easter baskets. And there we go. We're here. Okay, so firstly this is flawed, I realize. So move this out. But basically we will be on some sort of floating system. What I also want to show you guys is it in video settings? What's VSync? Ah, there we go, clouds are on. Clouds are hold on. Let's see, run clouds. There we go. I'm exactly at cloud height, so when I'm on slabs, you don't see the clouds. But on the sides of the base, you will be able to see the clouds flying, which I think will be super good. Also, I see the issue now. I actually made a mistake last time. This was... Okay. Oh, obsidian? Thank you. So the slabs are actually correct. As the elevator stopped too soon. And is there a way I can trigger this without having to mine a block? No. And so there's also a way down with the elevator. I'm taking a faster way down, which is to respawn, by the way. And there we go. This is my new spawn. We will see the elevator coming down. Also at the bottom it's a very simple one, so just goes in front of the I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway, ADHD kicking in and all. Let me open up. That's not right. Let me just go fix that. Well, anyway, otherwise, this is my starter base done. So now we will be getting more into an actual base. But that is not what I'm going to focus on today, as I think this is where we're going to end up today's video. And we'll see if I get any responses to the fact of joining the server. It would be great if we get more players that want to play actively online. And worst case scenario, well, this is gonna look a lot like a survival world with sometimes featuring some friends. But anyway, I think this is where we're gonna end today's video. I may do some more building. Also, I'm on the way to make a camera account so I can bring out my builds. We'll see if that works out. If it does not, well, I guess we won't if it doesn't work. But if it does, that's great, and you'll be able to see me building stuff like this. Because I thought, since I'm building it on a different PC where I don't really have OBS installed, I decided let's just fuck it, let's build it, and we'll come back when we're done. And so yeah, I'd love to have your opinion. One of my favorite features of this base is this, which is basically just some chains, which this will close down onto these 4 blocks if the rocket was to ever take off. And this is a cart which you can leave away, which is just to access the rocket while it's landed. Anyway, I think, yeah, this is where we're going to end today's episode, and I will be back in my normal skin next time. See ya! Bye!